Alright YouTube, welcome back to the Grandia 2 low level game. Now, we got a bit of a situation here. We are approaching a point, the first boss I am really worried about. That's the good news really. So, we've actually got a lot of challenging to do. The bad news is that we have about 2 hours of voice acting before we get there. There we go. Now, last time, I believe we were going around talking to everyone after resolving... That's not the right one. There we go. After resolving the events of Liligoo. I know we went to Carbo and Agir, so we've got those scenes out of the way. I've also showed off the useless Caro. Also, I'm playing around with a few things, so that's, if I sound a little different, I got something that could pass for soundproofing now. A little bit. As a new curtain, so the lighting might be a bit different. I don't recall if I actually talked to anyone, though, in the actual city itself. I know I didn't do the dinner scene, I don't think. Alright. And if we already did this, I apologize. I just cannot remember. As inane as it sounds, they have their sense of taste back. Now we may eat. So we are about to cross the granite cliffs. I can't believe we are really going to cross over that big chasm. It makes me nervous. Yes, we shall cross the granite cliffs soon. Elena, is this your first time you have ever seen the granite cliffs? Yeah, it's her first time. But remember, Rowan, most things are new to country girls like Elena. Alright, that is about enough of that, Ryudo. So tell me, everyone, were you this nervous the first time you crossed the granite cliffs? Actually, I don't recall the first time I crossed the granite cliffs. I guess my mind was on other things. Eh? Something was more attention-grabbing than the granite cliffs? What could that have been? I was riding with Gonzola and some others. At one point, Risotto started to panic, running and yelling, "I'm getting off!" Risotto? You mean that big fool Risotto? I can see how his running about would distract passengers. All I can remember is his face, flinging forth tears and snot as he cried and shouted. Oh, I'm so nervous. I still cannot believe that we will be crossing over that chasm. The legends of my people say that the granite cliffs are where lost wandering spirits are consumed. The first time I crossed the granite cliffs, I too felt rather uneasy. Hey, that reminds me of a legend I've heard, that you can hear the cries of all the people who've fallen into the granite cliffs. Come on now, you are kidding, right? Ryudo, maybe the cries heard from all the lost souls. Hold up. Maybe the cries heard are from all the lost souls who gather at the granite cliffs. Really now, Ryudo, did you really hear such a legend? Elena, allow me to explain the truth. The crying voices we hear, well, shh, quiet, Roan. That was a joke, right? About the voice of someone who fell in the granite cliffs? No, it's true. A spooky, tortured voice. A shrill cry from the bottom of the cliffs. Why? Are you afraid, Elena? There are many wandering spirits like that. Lord Grannis, please grant eternal peace to those poor lost souls. So why aren't you afraid? Lord Grannis, please grant eternal peace unto those poor lost souls. The wind blows to the granite cliffs. It starts swirling around in there, and the noise it makes sounds like human cries. Oh, I get it. So there are not any wandering spirits after all. Kid, there's going to be one wandering spirit here real soon if you don't learn how to keep your mouth shut. Anyway, I am happy to know that you were only joking about the wandering spirits. It would be so terrible if the... Wait, what? Dagnabbit. Retry. I made a mistake. Second verse, same as the first. I really like these scenes, so I really do want to go through all of them. Wait, what? This is not... That is not the same conversation at all. Yeah, these paths are kind of complicated. They get more complicated as you go on. Good grief, it's September, but the summer heat is still... There we go. Alright. Ha! Elena, you should not allow yourself to be tricked by Ryudo. He is as sly as any fox I have ever seen. Do not even get me started, Merrig. It is unfortunate for Elena to be his victim. You know, each region has its own stories about the granite cliffs. It will take forever and a day to tell them all. Anyway, I'm happy to know that you are only joking about the wandering spirits. It would be so terrible if it were true. Even if some poor lost souls really were wandering around, Granis is still with them. Which begs the question, why are there poor lost souls at all? Is Supreme Being Granis too busy to help them? Anyway, I am happy to know that you were only joking about the wandering spirits. It would be so terrible if it were true. Although everyone receives salvation from Lord Granis. Even so, just the idea of wandering spirits is scary. Is that all of it? Looks like it. So has everyone had enough? Who do you want to hear from next? Let's keep listening to the same person. Alright. Mary, what do you want to talk about? I would like to know how everyone feels about the things that have happened recently. People in this town only care about money. They seem blind to any other kind of joy. I hope I am wrong. Can you please be any more naive? That kind of blind optimism is going to get you into trouble, Princess. That's okay. If I do get into trouble, some geohound will surely come along and rescue me. How soon people forget the joy of good food, friends, family, and other familiar things. Yet opportunities arise to remind them. And Elena is the one who creates those opportunities. I did nothing. It was Ryudo. It was his hard work that did it. Me? Sorry, sister. I don't buy into your redeeming lost souls nonsense. I'm on the clock, doing what I need to make money. It was not me who had the ability to remind those townspeople of what matters most. It was Ryudo who did it. Thank you, Ryudo. I wouldn't be so quick to sing my praises if I were you, songstress. You are right. We seldom appreciate the most obvious joys in life. We take them for granted. Are you listening, Ryudo? You should, as you are always quick to whine about any little problem. Well, it's hard to be cheery in the face of your constant criticisms. It is only when we recover what we have thought lost do we learn to appreciate its value. Elena has felt that all along. She is about as naive as they come. How can anyone have such blind faith in other people? I have faith in the world of Lord Granis. If everyone had such faith and supported each other, think of how happy they would be. Alright. Let's talk to Elena. Elena, anything you want to preach to us about? Any questions or anything? I'd like to ask about the Granite Cliffs. What was like crossing them the first time? Yeah, we'll just cut her off there. And how about Rowan? Rowan, what do you want to talk about? Me? I would like to talk about the Skyway. How did you all feel the first time you saw it? I still cannot understand how such a huge thing like the Skyway made of steel and wood can fly. Well, I read in a book that it uses hot air generated by an internal combustion engine. Anyway, this internal combustion engine... Rowan, I am not in the mood for a mechanical engineering how-to speech. It flies and that's enough for me. Yet they call me bird-brained. How in the world can such a big thing fly? How in the world can such a big thing manage to soar across the sky? I'm rather worried. It keeps me awake at night. Any way you look at it, I doubt we would have bumped into one another if it were not for the Skyway. There remains one thing about the Skyway that remains a mystery to me. Should we count that as a typo? It's grammatically correct, but it's a bit redundant. Excuse my naivety, but how did they put that rope up? The one that is anchored on both sides of the granite cliffs. Merrick, that's easy. They attach the rope to one side of the cliffs and they run the rest over by skyway. Perhaps you do need an engineering lecture. You see, the rope has to be up in order for the skyway to fly at all. Oh, hey, Sixie, how you doing today? I still find it somewhat discomforting to see a machine that can fly without wings. That's good to hear. The skyway's rope. You know, I never thought about it either. I wonder as to the explanation. A little bit impatient because I wanted to start at 1, but I decided to just go straight ahead and start at 12:30. I almost want... I think I'll play Terraria later. I'm not sure, though. So, look forward to that. Books are highly overrated. Sometimes you gotta think for yourself. Yeah, I suppose you are right, Ryudo. Hey, how about if a huge spider spun the rope like a web? The rope was spun by a huge spider? Hehe, Road, you have quite an imagination. Yep, Terraria's gonna be back today, if not tomorrow. Or even Monday. Yes, using the imagination is much more fun than reading from books. The skyway's rope. Maybe some huge bird is holding that rope in its beak and flying along. Now, such a rope would be extremely heavy for a bird. It'd need like 2 birds, each carrying it by the husk. Oh wait, wrong movie. Sky could never do that. Heck, he couldn't even keep me aloft when he tried to. According to him, rescue me. I should have let those lizards feast on you. I'm still really puzzled about how it works. I lie awake at night worrying about it. Alright, I think that's everyone. Well, I guess we'd better get going now, before I forget to thank the innkeeper for the amazing food. You really have a way with words. There actually is one more thing that I accidentally stumbled upon. So we are going to take care of that one next. And then we're going to talk to everyone in town, because I think I haven't talked to everybody. If the Skyway did not exist, I do not know whether or not I would have run into Merrick in this town. Whether it is here or elsewhere, our paths were certain to cross. It is as fate dictates. The curse of Valmar is gone, and the smell of desire that went with it is fading as well. I doubt the villagers here will ever be fully cured of their greed, and that has nothing to do with Valmar. Does everyone share Ryudo's skeptical view of the townspeople? Everyone, could you okay, that's the same. Okay, just a little bit of a prelude that we missed. Alright, now that's taken care of. Now we got to talk to everyone, and then we can finally cross the Skyway. At first, how much cash do we have? 8,000. Let me check our attack items. Yeah, we need lots. Lots and lots. Can I buy Moge bombs here? Because those are actually pretty good. All around, they're useful, at least. Oh. Yeah, attack items are going to be our bread and butter. Because we just don't have the magic coins to really get any. I'm trying to think a couple of steps ahead. But I don't think we'll be fighting a whole lot of insect monsters. Actually, most of the monsters will be I can think of one point we'll need them. But it's only for a single battle. And it won't really even be that necessary. That's a free burn. I might get a hand grenade. I might buy some hand grenades. If they get packed together, I'll have something I can use on them. You know what? That's actually some pretty good damage, so I'll take those too. We're getting to the point where we'll start eating some wound salves, healing herbs. Nah, I think that should be fine. I have no idea what I'm going to need. So I'm going to be a bit cautious. Alright then. No one's here. Yeah, I don't know if I don't remember if I talked to everyone already. You dispelled the curse for us. Please accept this token of our gratitude. Please, we ask for no reward. We are content to have had the opportunity to serve you. Save your money for food. It has been a long time since you have eaten well. What? Really? Well, if you say so, thanks so much. Thank you. Please excuse my crudeness, offering money before thanks. I apologize. I am amazed these people have changed so much so quickly. Do you find fault with them for their change of heart? I never said that, no. I was a fool to think that risking my health was worth turning a meager profit. Rare is a flower that blooms without the sun. Only the dead have no need for food. Right. It's just like you say. And anyway, if I eat well, I can work 100 times harder and make money faster. Just eating. That's all I need to do to be able to keep working hard. Interesting perspective. I agree with Ryudo. Okay, thanks for helping me to eat. I'm all ready for a great day of work. First, I'll go visit my best clients. Anyone up there? No. Huh? Was it Valmar's curse that made the food lose its flavor? It is so, but the Father kindly lent us the power needed to lift this curse. I suppose the church does have some significance then. Strange, but life is better when the food is good. Such a small thing. Maybe there is more to life than business, more meaning. Indeed, this is so. How could anything exist without meaning? All things are meaningful, in a fashion. You finished? You have heard what you needed to hear. Fortunately, they don't seem to be, like, major chatterboxes. So it's not going to be that much longer until we actually get to some good stuff. Hey, C-Mark, thanks for the host. Not much is up. I decided to start at an odd time. The Father here, he helped me after I collapsed. Afterwards, I had to talk with him. The followers of Grandia are extraordinary. They care not about profit and cost. How can such people even exist? Why is it so surprising? Is it not only natural to think first of assisting someone who is in need, eh, Ryudo? Yeah, right. Altruism is just my gig. Whatever, let's go. I think some kittens are stuck in some nearby trees. I had to talk with the Father. I asked him why he helps me, a total stranger, without asking for anything in return. Yeah, it is a 3-day weekend. Probably gonna be... I will be streaming on Monday. I'm just not entirely sure what. Hey, Riku made affiliate. Hey, pass a message on to him. Say congratulations. Actually, I'll send him a message on Discord when I'm finished. We are all brothers and sisters in the eyes of Lord Grandia. It is only natural that we help each other. How can you spout this nonsense with a straight face? Look, if you don't look out for yourself, no one will. The Father said pretty much what the girl just said. Nothing of your comments. The teachings of Lord Grandia that I've heard from the Father and from you, young lady. They're like a breath of fresh air. Oh, is that right? I have always taken them as common sense. If you want to link them to Discord streamers, help each other. Sure, PM me, C-Mark. I think I might already be on that one, though. Father, we shall soon depart to Grandia's Cathedral. Thank you for all your help. Oh, is that so? Let me give you my thanks for saving the people of this town. You are welcome. We are glad to have been of service. The townspeople are overjoyed that the taste of food is denied to them no longer. Take care in your travels, my children. We will. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you stick around for a while, C-Mark, we'll be getting to the first of the actual hard bosses in this game. Even harder because I'm going to be underleveled. Ha ha ha! I've been a very silly goose, haven't I? Now that I've had a decent meal, these pillars don't seem half a bother. It's not good to be so anxious. We need to take a good old-fashioned breather every now and then. These pillars are a godsend. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I'm still a little dizzy from watching you flip-flop like that. Oh, but isn't she right, Ryudo? Is it not good to live without bitterness? To live with acceptance in your heart? Oh, that seems to be the same thing. Alright, I wanted to speak to everyone outside before I go to the interiors. Thanks to you folks, I can taste food again. Thank you very much. Save your thanks. I blame the whole thing on bad chefs. Oh, you're just being modest. We'll never forget what you all have done for us. Everyone's happy that things have returned to normal, but other problems may lie ahead. I doubt the same thing would happen, though. I'd like to restore those good old days, but things change, you know? I expect that plenty of people will return to this town. We've got our work cut out for us. Okay, that's everyone here. My mother tells me that I gobble down my food just like those sand turtles. Haha! You must really have quite an appetite. It is good to eat one's fill when one is able. Winter comes quickly. Haha, it's true that my mother makes some mighty good stew. Everyone loves it. My mother thought it was pretty funny to see me eating like that. Of course, it's true that my mother makes a mighty good stew. Everyone loves it. Honestly, I just don't get it. Everything that Gaddon has done so far, has it been just one big mistake? The sea is not mistaken when the tide rises, nor the stars when they fall. This is the order of things. Make of it what you will. I know it must be exceedingly difficult for you. Please, do as you are able, sir. This is all anyone may ask of you. So it means we mustn't forget what has happened, and we must think of a new way to make do. Oh, by the way, yes, you can still go into the dungeon, so if you really want to farm that Sword of Purity, this is your last chance to do so. For me, as long as I have money, I don't need to have friends. That's been my philosophy so far. Still, I've been very concerned about Gaddon. I've heard he's changed so much. I think he must be rather lonely, being there all by himself. I hope my friends are doing well. I wonder if they'll ever return. Maybe I should write them a letter. Oh, there we go, get on the stairs. Listen, I've recently developed a new type of monorail design. If I can build this new monorail, people will forget all about the Skyway. It'll be the dawn of a new monorail era. People will forget all about the Skyway? Wow, that must be one heck of a design. What kind of monorail is it? Well, the new monorail I have in mind has a giant balloon attached to it so it can soar across the sky. There won't need to be a rail anymore. Instead, we'll string ropes between peaks and we can cross the granite cliffs. Well, actually, that's not a monorail. It's a skyway. Shut up, Rowan. If it can fly, it can cross the granite cliffs. If it can cross the granite cliffs, it will be just as good as the Skyway. No, better. Anyway, I will develop this new monorail to be the vanguard of a new monorail era. This is my dream. Well, he has some enthusiasm. Sorry, I burped. I do not find it offensive. It is a sign of... What's this, typo number 11? It is a sign of respect in some places. Did you enjoy having a good meal after so long? Oh yes, I can't tell you how yummy it is. I wept tears of joy into my desserts. Something occurred to me after eating this good food. It's embarrassing to admit. What? The food's a lot easier down... Wait, what? The food's a lot easier down the digestive tract than gold? Hey, I'm just saying that food is as important as money. It's a mistake to choose between the two. Money is certainly important, but it's not the only important thing. I guess I'd forgotten that. It sounds as though you learned a valuable lesson today, right, Ryudo? Oh, for the love of Grandia, Selena. If you're gonna start moralizing, then at least give me some time to grab a pillow. What was that last line? It was different, I think. I guess I should always cherish the memory of the dessert flavored with my own tears. Did I talk to you already? Yes, I have. How about you? The curse is broken, and now people can enjoy what they eat. My mother sure is happy. Yes, but Ellie, you look sad. What is the matter? Why are you not happy? No, I'm not. I'm miserable. My mother's trying to get me to eat more, but if I do, I'll get fat. Elena, I envy you because you're so pretty. You must be good at dieting. Not too fat or too thin, you're just right. Oh, thanks, but Ellie, I have never dieted. But I do keep active. I keep busy by helping others, so I'm always moving about. Oh, I see. You're so busy that you stay thin. I bet your weight works better than mine. Can I ask you something? What kind of exercise do you do every day? Fighting monsters. Well, I travel and I sing, which can be very exhausting. And I have to keep up my strength, so I make sure to eat a lot. And even after she travels, she still eats a lot, so this songstress starts looking like a fat singer. Ryudo. So if I'm active and get good exercise, I can eat plenty of food without getting fat. Wow, that's great. Now I understand. From now on, I'm going to eat well, I'll stay active and get beautiful. Yeah, good luck with that. No one is in there. Is there someone actually in this house this time, or am I thinking of a different one that's always empty? This house is always empty. I don't get it. I think it is. Or it might fill up if I go to another place and do something, but I don't know. It's no good that the food is no good. But what's really bad is not caring about bad stuff that's worse than the bad food. Alright, you want to run this past me one more time there, nutball? I believe he recognized that the real problem is not about bad tasting food, right? Right, that's it. Oh man, I sure blew it going to work without eating. I wasn't eating anything. I was dizzy. I was thinking only of paycheck and work, work, work. What's gotten into me? It must have been really hard for everyone to put up with me. I really regret everything. I realize now that my work is not something that concerns only me. It has an impact on the others too. Now that I've come to my senses, I should start sending the supplies Agir has been begging for. Why haven't they been sending them? Like earlier. Whatever. Not worth to dwell on it. And one more house. Two more houses and we still got the Skyway dock to go to. Suddenly people have been getting sick after eating various foods. Everyone needs medicine, so I'm really busy. Still, you seem to be rather happy about it. I don't know why, of course, but their illness has been cured. I'm very happy about that. What's my neighbor doing? What are they doing that's making noise? I don't know. If it gets any louder, I'll shut my window. I don't know why, of course, but their illness has been cured. I'm very happy about that. You know, I'll just shut it anyway. Oh, it's just as loud out the other window, too. Ooh. No one got sick to their stomachs after eating armroot, so it's been a long time since I made stomach medicine. Is this a good way to make stomach medicine? I mean, it should work. Should. Such a reassuring word from some guy that's supposed to know what he's doing. This should be the right way to make stomach medicine. Next, I'll roast some lacryl leaves. Excuse me, with lacryl, which do you use to extract your medicine? The root or the leaf? Oh, well, of course I know that. Just making sure you're paying attention. Okay, let's get to it. Everyone's waiting, so I've got to make some medicine quickly. Alright, I think that's that diagram. Dialogue tree. Not sure where I'm getting diagram from. It's been a long time since I've made home cooking. My husband, he'll have one bite of it and he'll suddenly look downward. Well, does he get sick to his stomach or something? No, while he's still looking downward, he'll just quickly say, delicious. That makes me so happy. My husband's a Skyway engineer. The young engineers he was training, he used to bring them over for dinner. Lately, we haven't had them over at all. Soon we'll invite all of them over for some great home cooking. Oh dear. Well, I know it must be hard work for you, but please hang in there. You see, suddenly we had even forgotten about the ordinary joy of having a meal together. Anyway, we would like to express our gratitude. Thank you so much. Alright, and now we can head on down to the Skyway. Now there's a few more people to talk to, well, then we'll be off. Haha, it tastes okay, I can eat this stuff. This is enough to keep me working hard. That is very good. You must find relief in being able to eat normal food again. Ha ha ha, you've got that right. Food gives me strength. If I can't eat, I can't keep working. I can really rake in the dough now. I can set my family up for some good living. Now that's something to celebrate. Ah ha ha. These people just don't get it. He's working to enrich his family. He says that's what makes him happy. Who are you, the judge? Now I can eat hard and work hard. Hey, what could be better? Ah ha 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 ha! I'm very grateful to you for making it so that we can eat well again. Thanks to you, I can get by and not have to leave. Yeah, I can't imagine you'd want to leave all the salary you make here. No, that's not it, really. At my age, making money doesn't mean much. The reason is this here Skyway. Why is the Skyway the reason you cannot leave this town? The Skyway's a machine that needs upkeep. To be honest, those young fellas aren't quite able to take charge of that yet. They still need this old geezer for that. I'm happy to need it, I guess. So you folks are right in the Skyway? The wind is pretty kind today. What if it were really windy today? Have you ever had problems with the wind when the Skyway has been in transit? Well, strong winds can cripple the Skyway. We've had to cancel trips before. Also, the passengers could face disaster if strong winds come while they're on the Skyway. The Skyway may start swaying when strong winds pick up. A lot of the passengers get motion sickness. Is that the worst that can happen? Then we'll be fine. When you're on the Skyway, you can see the granite cliffs from above. It's an incredible experience. There's no wind today, so be sure to look. My wife gets mad when I complain about the money we'll lose by taking people on the Skyway. She said, you've got plenty of money, so just go ahead and quit being an engineer. That was a real wake-up call. You mean you finally understand that there is more to life than making a quick buck? I am tempted to comment on your blatant hypocrisy here, but I do not imagine that would help the situation any. Engineering was my passion, but my lust for money blinded me to why I became an engineer in the first place. I guess before I knew it, money making became my only goal. I have forgotten important things as well, but it is never too late to fix one's mistakes in life. My wife's chiding. It made me remember the reason why I became an engineer. I like the Skyway. That big, troublesome yet wonderful thing is why I became an engineer. I love it. Is there anyone left over here? I talked to you already? Yes, I did. Well, that was a bit of a text bug. Feeling better? Forgot about that bug. Yes, thanks to the sister on your party. Thank you very much. I'm so glad that we are back to normal. I just cannot thank you enough. Thank you, miss. I have something important to do, so... let's go bother him on his important business. So, measure for measure, all's well that ends well. The townsfolk have been saved, and all is as it should be. Mr. Gaddon, well, he took care of his body, but not his soul. Perhaps this was his error. He was right, to a certain extent. What do you mean? The people of this town, they sacrificed their well-being for promises of wealth. Gaddon didn't have to do anything, really. The people decided what they wanted. A subtle trap. But still, the trap has been sprung. All has been put right. If everyone works together, the happiness will return to even this broken world. Lord Grandia yet watches over us. You have missed the point entirely, Princess. The story doesn't end here. We don't all hold hands and skip home. Huh? The world is not so black and white. The answers aren't as pat as you'd like to believe. But what do you mean? You'll find out eventually. Come on, we get across the Grandia Cliffs. Just a little farther to the cathedral. Yeah, let's go bother that engineer. You know, I should probably play more games that I have fun with. Like, I mean, fun with. Like, putting 100 melons in some poor dude's house. Until now, my husband always put his work first, and he was rarely ever concerned with his family. But now this experience has taught him not to take his family for granted. Our child has gotten healthier, and now we're ready to live happily together as a family. My husband has been thinking things over. He seems a little more resolute than before, but only a little. Guess what? My parents aren't quarreling anymore. They're finally smiling again. I'm so happy. And it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kid, don't thank me. Thank the girl here. It was entirely her doing. I just did what I thought was right. I am relieved that you are well again. Eating well is great. But what makes me most happy is seeing my parents smile again. And you two did all of this for us. Thank you so much. I'd always thought I was working for my family's sake, and now suddenly I see I'm sacrificing my family for a job. I guess this experience made me realize, no, I should say it made me remember what is really most important. Maybe it was the smiles of your family that made you remember. I wonder what I thought I had to gain by sacrificing what's most important, my family. I'm so ashamed of myself. From now on, I'll make sure what I'm doing is truly for my family's sake. And that's everyone, I think. I'm still perplexed as to the mystery of this house. Like, there's never anyone in here. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. But now, after all of that, we're just about ready to take off the Skyway. Don't worry, I'll keep a backup save. I always do. Thanks for your help, everyone. The Skyway is ready for departure. Come to the platform when you're ready. Once we board, we are not able to return, so you had better make sure we are as prepared as we need to be. Now everyone can enjoy eating again, and this town is slowly returning to normal. I guess it will take some time. It'll take some time and effort, but I think we're ready. Please come back and see how we progress. Progress is the ability to persevere in the face of adversity. I believe you will succeed. Well, Gaddon certainly has gone overboard in seeking profits above everything else. So it is no surprise about what has happened. We have to reprioritize our values and decide for ourselves what is truly important. You know what? I actually just remembered something very, very, very useful that we can buy here. I'm not sure when we can get it. Like, you know how useful spamming the flamberge was on the tongue? Yeah, well, here we could buy another weapon for Elena that allows us to cast Burn without using MP. It was the Flame Staff. It's still going to be useful because now we get 3 people casting Burn, 2 of which for free. Speaking of, why don't I prepare? Oh, I had to go into the equip menu for that. I am not... Have I ever done voice acting? No, I have not. But this is my first, sort of serious attempt at it. I've been doing it in Final Fantasy 1 and 2. But here is where I'm doing a lot of it. You got any tips, C-Mark? Trying to think. Actually. Yeah, we'll get... Since Rowan's a guy who's going to get the next set of experience, so I'm going to prepare for that beforehand. I got the chops for it? Really? Maybe I should look... Well, I have been meaning to... I have been meaning to look up some videos on... what's it? Tips on voice acting. I mean, hey, if I can make voice acting my shtick, I can certainly give it a shot. Let's see. Yeah, we'll give Elena the reflection ring. You get the chaos egg. You get the mist egg for some healing. Ryudo is fine where he's at. We'll give Ryudo the fire pendant. And we'll give you the crystal brooch. Still no mana egg for Merrig. Oh, I got a lot of skill coins. We're going to need these. We cannot get around that. We need life up and toughness. There is just no way we're getting around it. Like, the reason why the next boss is so hard is less that, like, it's basically we get hammered a lot. They're not even very tough attacks. It's more so, how do I want to put this? Like, the next boss isn't the hardest hitting boss comparatively we're going to come across. No, that's a little bit later. It's just that we get hammered hard enough. I should have overwritten the other save, because the last one was an extra. No, I think that's right. It is not telling me. Yeah, this is the one I want to overwrite. I hope. If not, I just have to fight a rather major boss again. Lost a stream? Seems fine on my end. I'm not getting any dropped frames. Maybe it's just Twitch going bad a little bit. I hope there's no issue. Like, Streamlabs isn't saying I dropped any frames. Alright. Let's cross this puppy. Nothing like a good knuckle crack. A bit of a bug there. Yeah, I hope that the Switch port is an actual decent port, because every port, like every version except the Dreamcast version of this game, had some issues. The PS2 just has the least obvious of them. Like, the worst of it is just it slows down in a lot of areas, because the Dreamcast had more horsepower. And some sound balance issues. So, but nothing like entirely wrong text boxes like we get here sometimes. Elena, you look pretty pale. Are you okay? Don't you remember anything at all? What was I doing while it all happened? Just what happened? Rowan? The tongue of Valmar and Miss Millennia. Just what was that all about? Miss Elena, I cannot understand it. Elena, are you well? Do you not remember fighting with the tongue? And just who is this Millennia? What happened to me? Ryudo? Just what happened? Merrig? What happened? Tell me, you guys. The malicious smell from before has disappeared. I do not quite understand what that was all about. Do you remember going to the seal? Or being attacked? I do not remember. I felt faint, almost like I was sleeping. I cannot believe that Miss Millennia is Valmar. So there was not only one evil smell. That monster was the tongue of Valmar. Elena, when you were attacked by the tongue, Millennia appeared again. And then she helped kick the crap out of that tongue. Finally, Millennia did something to Gaddon and he ended up like that. She destroyed the man's soul, right? How can you be so insensitive? The tongue of Valmar, one of the pieces of Valmar left after he was defeated by Granis. I know little of Valmar and religion. I am here only to purge the evil smell. Malphus. Even his name reeks of evil. I have traveled far, and I shall find Malphus. We must go to Granis Cathedral and appeal to His Holiness Zera. Maybe he could do something about Valmar. Elena, calm down. The cathedral is just across the granite cliffs. Valmar is inside me. What is happening?
Darkness! Darkness is coming! It's calling me! Darkness is calling me!
Elena!
Damn it! Everybody, hang on to something!
And they died. Please don't sue me, H.C. Bailey. I just have to make that joke once. Yeah, that thing's pretty busted up. I'm amazed they all survived. Ugh, we got problems. What's going on? Balmore's moon seemed to be shining. It's not the only evil force in this game. Check yourselves for injury. Hey, curse it, where's Elena? Perhaps she had fallen earlier. Can't be. Elena! Elena! She's got to be around here somewhere. I am picking up her scents. Come, this way. This way. I'm getting flashbacks to that one Lord of the Rings game, because my PS2 was really crappy.
Elena! Wake up! Who are you? Where are we?
Where are we? Well, I'm not quite sure. Oh, I know. See that shiny plate lying over there? Look, over there. Pleased to meet you, Miss Elena. I'm Millennia. You okay?
I must be dreaming. What's going on?
I just thought it'd be hard to talk if we couldn't do so face to face. So, here I am. Ta-da!
Can't be. So you're Millennia. The wings of Valmar.
Yeah, that's me.
You Dark One, devourer of souls. Stay away from me.
Hey now, you don't even know me. I did save you after all. You saved me? That's right. You should be thanking me. We share the same body, don't we? Oh, I've got to look out for the both of us. Well, see you later. Wait!
Millennia? Millennia!
I will be with you always. Wherever, whenever, forever. All the time. See? So, let's just try to get along, shall we? Miss Grannis, songstress.
Hey, Miss Elena! Yeah, Elena has a creepy vibe every now and then. Elena, are you well? Elena, thank the blade. You don't look hurt. What is it? You look like you've seen a ghost. Perhaps it was an apparition, for it was not a dream. The day of darkness draws near. Valmar's moon swells with wrath. The Dark One gathers strength yet again. The time of Valmar's awakening is at hand. Hey, hey, it's okay, Elena. Elena! Forgive me. I am all right, Ryudo. I've just had a strange experience. At least we avoided taking a dive through the granite cliffs. I wonder how far off course we were blown to come to this strange place. Looks like we were blown along the granite cliffs towards the north. Looks like we're walking from here. We'll head for the St. High Mountains. Pretty hard to miss. And then the cathedral. Yes, we must hurry. Now, this is the snow area. Every RPG has to have one. Now, since this is a low-level game, we don't need to fight anything here. Lunar flower, that will be useful. Too bad they're going to be pretty hard to get after a point, I'm sure. Yeah, lots of enemies weak to fire in this area. Of course, we're not going to be fighting most of them. Wait, I just want to double check if I'm not missing anything over there. Because I need to get all the treasure I can get. Drop frames? Streamlabs is fine on my side. I have no idea what could be going on aside from just Twitch being screwy. If you're using Chrome, I suggest closing all tabs and reopening them. Because when I have issues with Twitch, that usually fixes them for me. Yeah, it could be the internet too. My Wi-Fi card also leaves a bit to be desired every now and then. But hey, that's what I get for picking the cheap one. Alright, 1,200 gold. As long as I don't get surprised, we're not going to be an issue. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, crap, we're surprised. Yeah, this is actually the part of the game where the plot starts to get good. It starts to pick up a bit. Consequently, there's a scene coming up that's going to start the poorly written romance subplot. Honestly, I feel that it takes away from the game more than it adds. Or at least the love triangle bit they could have done away with. No points for guessing who's involved. This is the area I was kind of not looking forward to navigating. Because it all looks really samey. Yeah, I'm not going to really get into it too much because I want to try to keep it light on the spoilers if I can. I hate those dudes. Hate them so much. So we're going to be seeing a lot of them. Now here's the worst part.
Ouch! Ouch!
Yeah, that.
Ouch! Let's retreat!
But every time they're just repeatedly hammering your guys, they can't get a turn. So they're really good at stalling. I can't even kill them to get rid of them because this is a low-level game.
Let's retreat! Hurry!
Yeah, soon we'll actually start be getting some decent amounts of magic coins, which is the main thing holding us back. Because what I would like to do for my designated damage dealer, I'd like to give them 2 particular skills that basically make fire spells go off instantaneously while simultaneously making them do more damage. Well, provided that the spell's already maxed out. But I need the magic coins to do that. Ooh, another lunar flower. Like, skills are really powerful in this game if you know how to use them. Which is also where I think I'm going to be hurt most by being low level. I think that's everything. Just hug the wall, nobody gets danced on. Oh hey, I almost missed that. If it's hidden, it should be, ooh, odd wooden clogs. Let's call it old wooden clogs. Gotta keep an eye out for more of those passages.